Namasarvebhyah. Welcome to the second class of Abhijna course. There are certain aspects of the course which we can learn easily through repeated chanting, what we call the Maukhika Abhyasa. So in all classes, in the first 10 to 15 minutes, we will be doing some of that Maukhika Abhyasa, which will be very useful for the exams and for learning the Shabda Rupas and Dhatu Rupas. Basically, in the first 6 months, we are covering the first paper of Abhijna, which has Samskrita Bodhini 2 and Kathavallari. Shabda Rupas are not prescribed for this paper. In the second paper, we have to learn Shabda Rupas of Halanta Shabdas. So that we will take up later. So in the first few classes, what we will do is we will do a revision of what is actually learned in level 1. So one is numbers, Sankhya Vachakas. So they are required for the exam in both level 1 and level 2. Numbers from 1 to 100, you will have to know. And we will do a revision of Ajanta Shabdas initially. So Ajanta Shabdas are to be learnt in level 1 Parichaya. But since we have started level 2 here, we will do a quick revision of Ajanta Shabdas here also. And then we will start with the Halanta Shabdas. So first we have the numbers. Please raise your hands. I will unmute and you can read. I think this is easy. Yatra apekshyate tatra maya parishkaraha kriyate. Priyadarshini.
Namaste Ari.
Ha.
Ekam, dve, त्रीणि, चत्वारि, पञ्च, षट्, सप्त, अष्ट, नव, दश, एकादश, द्वादश, त्रयोदश, चतुर्दश, पञ्चदश, षोडश, सप्तदश, अष्टादश, एकोनविंशतिः, विंशतिः, एकविंशतिः, द्वाविंशतिः, त्रयोविंशतिः, चतुर्विंशतिः, पञ्चविंशतिः, षड्विंशतिः, सप्तविंशतिः, अष्टाविंशतिः, एकोनत्रिंशत्, त्रिंशत्, एकत्रिंशत्, द्वात्रिंशत्, त्रयस्त्रिंशत्, चतुस्त्रिंशत्, पञ्चत्रिंशत्, षट्त्रिंशत्, सप्तत्रिंशत्, अष्टात्रिंशत्, एकोनचत्वारिंशत्, चत्वारिंशत्.
Samyak. Dhanyavadaha. So I will just point out a few things that we need to know, which makes it easier to remember Sankhyas. Atra ekadasha ityatra dirghah asti. Sarvatrapi eka ityeva bhavati. Ekam, ekavimshatihi, ekatrimshat ityadi. Only in ekadasha we have a dirgha. That is a special form to remember. Similarly, shat is seen everywhere. Shadvimshatihi, shattrimshat, shatchatvarimshat, etc. Only in the first series, that is 16, we have Shodasha. So these two are specific only to a single form. Whereas the series of 2, 3, and 8, they take one pattern for the first 3, that is 12, 22, and 32. So we have Dvadasha, Dvavimshatihi, Dvatrimshat. Everywhere else, right, it is Dvi. Dvichatvarimshat, Dvipanchashat, Dvishashtihi, Dvisaptatihi, etc. So Dva is seen only for the first 3 series, that is 12, 22, and 32. Similarly, Trayas, trayodasha, trayovimshatihi, trayastrimshat is seen for the first three. Right? Later, it is all three. Tripanchashat, Trishashtihi, Trisaptatihi, etc. So, Dvi and Dva, Tri and Trayo. So, that is Trayas. So, there is a Sandhi, it becomes Trayodasha, Trayovimshatihi, Trayastrimshat. Very similarly, for Ashta, there is a Dirgha in the first three. Ashtadasha, Ashtavimshatihi, Ashtatrimshat. After that, it is Hrasva, Ashtachatvarimshat, Ashtapanchashat, Ashtashashtihi, etc. Right? So these three, Dva, Trayo, and Ashta, for the series of 10s, 20s, and 30s only. Right? So later, it is a different pattern that we can remember. Then for Nava, so if you have learned numbers earlier, you may have learnt it as Navadasha, Navavimshatihi, Navatrimshat, etc. Tadapi yuktameva. Tatrapi doshaha nasti. Kintu vedeshu puratana-grantheshu एकोनविंशतिः, एकोनत्रिंशत् इत्यादि व्यवहारः प्रसिद्धः. It is more popularly we see this kind of usage, and the Chittoor board books use this one. So eka una, ekona is one less than the next number, right? So it goes dasha, ekadasha, dvadasha, trayodasha, chaturdasha, panchadasha, shodasha, saptadasha, ashtadasha. Then it is not ekona dasha, it is ekona vimshatihi, one less than 20. Similarly, ekona trimshat, one less than 30. Sarvatrapi idameva upayuktam asti. So for this, you can remember that point, right? So we will read the rest of the numbers. Rajalakshmi.
राम राम भगिनी एकचत्वारिंशत् द्विचत्वारिंशत् त्रिचत्वारिंशत् चतुश्चत्वारिंशत् पञ्चचत्वारिंशत् षट्चत्वारिंशत् सप्तचत्वारिंशत् अष्टचत्वारिंशत् एकोनपञ्चाशत् पञ्चाशत् एकपञ्चाशत् द्विपञ्चाशत् त्रिपञ्चाशत् चतुष्पञ्चाशत् पञ्चपञ्चाशत् षट्पञ्चाशत् सप्तपञ्चाशत् अष्टपञ्चाशत् एकोनषष्टिः षष्टिः एकषष्टिः द्विषष्टिः त्रिषष्टिः चतुष्षष्टिः पञ्चषष्टिः षट्षष्टिः सप्तषष्टिः अष्टषष्टिः एकोनसप्ततिः सप्ततिः एकसप्ततिः धन्यवादः
Lakshmi Narasimhan.
एकसप्ततिः द्विसप्ततिः त्रिसप्ततिः चतुस्सप्ततिः पञ्चसप्ततिः षट्सप्ततिः सप्तसप्ततिः अष्टसप्ततिः एकोनाशीतिः अशीतिः एकाशीतिः द्वैशीतिः
Dvyashitiः
क्षम्यतां द्व्यशीतिः त्र्यशीतिः चतुर्शीतिः
चतुरशीतिः
चतुरशीतिः पञ्चाशीतिः षड्शीतिः
षडशीतिः
क्षम्यतां षडशीतिः सप्ताशीतिः अष्टाशीतिः एकोननवतिः नवतिः एकनवतिः द्विनवतिः त्रिनवतिः चतुर्नवतिः पञ्चनवतिः षण्णवतिः सप्तनवतिः अष्टनवतिः एकोनशतं शतम्.
सम्यक् धन्यवादः. So अशीतिः right? Ashiti starts with a, which is a swara. Ataha sandhayah bhavanti. So eka ashitihi, ekashitihi. Ekona ashitihi, ekonashitihi. Tatra dirghah bhavati. So dvi ashitihi, tri ashitihi. Tatra yan sandhihi bhavati. Ataha dvyashitihi, त्र्यशीतिः. चतुर् अशीतिः तत्र सन्धिः नास्ति किन्तु मिलित्वा चतुरशीतिः इत्येव वक्तव्यं. चतुरशीतिः षडशीतिः षड् अशीतिः षडशीतिः. सो पञ्चाशीतिः सप्ताशीतिः अष्टाशीतिः अगेन सर्वत्र दीर्घः भवति. अतः किञ्चित् सावधानं वदामः चेत् साधुरूपाणि भवन्ति. अस्तु अग्रे गच्छामः. आदौ अजन्त साधारण शब्दाः. So shabdas are divided into ajanta halanta based on the ending letter. Tatrapi sadharana shabdaha vishesha shabdaha iti bhavanti. So common or the most popular patterns are sadharana shabdaha. Special patterns which are seen only in specific words are vishesha shabdaha. अतः आदौ अजन्त साधारण शब्दान् वयं पठामः. तत्रापि पुल्लिङ्ग शब्दान् पठामः. अद्य शब्दद्वयं पठामः. अग्रे अग्रिमवर्गे अन्यान् अपि शब्दान् पठामः. सीतारामन् महोदय.
नमो नमः.
हाँ.
अकारान्तः पुल्लिङ्गः रामशब्दः रामः रामौ रामाः हे राम हे रामौ हे रामाः रामं रामौ रामान् रामेण रामाभ्यां रामैः रामाय रामाभ्यां रामेभ्यः रामात् रामाभ्यां रामेभ्यः रामस्य रामयोः रामाणां रामे रामयोः रामेषु.
सम्यक्, धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.
यामिनी श्रीनिवासन.
Namaste. Same or next one?
Next, Hari Shabda.
Okay. Hari Pullinga, Ikaranta Pullingaha Hari Shabdaha. Harihi, Hari, Harayaha, Pratama Vibhakti.
न
Hare.
केवलं रूपाणि पठतु. हरिः, हरि, हरयः.
हरि, हरयः. हे हरे, हे हरि, हे हरयः. हरिं, हरि, हरीन्. हरिणा, हरिं, हरि,
हरिं, हरि, हरीन्.
हरिं, हरिं, हरि, हरीन्. हरिणा, हरिभ्यां, हरिभिः. हरये, हरिभ्यां, हरिभ्यः. हरेः, हरिभ्यां, हरिभ्यः. हरेः, हरयोः, हरीणां, हरहौ, हर्योः, हरिषु.
सम्यक्, धन्यवादः. अद्य एतावता अलम्. अग्रिमपाठे इतोपि अग्रे पठामः. These slides मौखिकाभ्यासार्थं याः संख्याः ये शब्दाः सन्ति तान् आरोपयामि. We will upload them in the course page so you can download, and I very strongly recommend प्रतिदिनं एकवारं पठन्तु. It won't take more than 10 minutes. So we will take it in small sections. एकैकं खण्डं स्वीकृत्य सप्ताहत्रयं सप्ताहचतुष्टयं तस्यैव अभ्यासं कुर्मः. तन्मध्ये यदा यदा भवद्भिः गृहे अभ्यासः क्रियते तदा प्रतिदिनम् आदौ बिफोर यू सिट फॉर योर स्टडी इफ यू डू डेली सम्यक् सप्ताहे त्रिवारं सप्ताहे द्विवारं whatever is your self study time, start it with practicing these. Just read through once, not more than 10 minutes. It will actually take 5 only once you are familiar with it. Okay, and it will be very, very, very useful. Ante mahan upayogah bhavati. Atah kripaya abhyasam kurvantu. Varge eva karaniyam iti na स्वाध्यायकाले अपि अभ्यासं कुर्वन्तु. अस्तु, इदानीम् अद्यतनपाठस्य आरम्भं कुर्मः. गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे, गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे. न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः, मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो. योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना. अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. अस्माभिः गतवर्गे अस्मद्भारतम् इत्यस्य पाठस्य पठनं कृतं. तत्र सर्वेषां पदानाम् अर्थः सर्वैः अवगतः इति भावयामि. अद्य वयं तस्यैव पाठस्य कांश्चन व्याकरणांशान् पश्यामः. In most of the lessons अत्र अभिज्ञस्तरे अस्माभिः एवमेव क्रियते. प्रत्येकं पाठः, प्रत्येकं कथा वा श्लोकः वा द्विवारं पठ्यते. तत्र प्रथमवारं पठने अस्माकं लक्ष्यं भवति अवगमनं. So the first reading of any portion is the focus. Your focus and my focus will be on understanding the text. So when we are reading it first time, you should just be able to understand what each word means. तथैव पर्यायपदानि तत्र अवगन्तव्यानि भवन्ति. अर्थस्य प्राधान्यं तत्र. यदा द्वितीयवारं व्याकरणदृष्ट्या पठामः तत्र शब्दानां विषये सः कीदृशः शब्दः, what are the different kinds of words, what are the grammatical processes which are happening. So we will try to focus on that. तत्रापि वदामि परीक्षादृष्ट्या प्रथमः भागः एव प्रमुखः. चित्तूरु परीक्षासु विशिष्य अभिज्ञपरीक्षायां avagamanasya eva pradhanyam asti. So if you look at the question papers, the focus is what you have understood and the basic aspects only, right? So they do not expect you to remember all the vyakaranamshas. But that does not mean we should just give a superficial reading. Yatohi vyakaranasya avagamanam bhashayam atyantam mukhyam bhavati. Tatrapi evam ritya. Learning Vyakarana in an applied manner is very useful. Rather than studying only sandhis, only samasas separately, that is needed at a later stage. Initial stage, as and when we read any portion, we will just analyze what are the various aspects. Okay? So the first thing is no pressure. Don't worry. First thing, if you do not understand everything, it is absolutely okay. Yatohi atra sarvam smartavyam iti nasti, kevalam shravana samskarah bhavet. Listen, and once we repeat it a few times, you will get it. Sarvam smartavyam ityapi nasti. You don't even have to remember everything. Just have an open mind to understand and know. Yatha yatha vayam punah punah tatra gacchamaha tada avagamanam nishchayena bhavati smarane api tishtati. Tritiyam, what is the extent of detail? Atra परिचय रूपेण एव मया किंचित् किंचिदेव उच्यते. सर्वमपि अत्रैव अवगन्तव्यम् इति इच्छा मास्तु. Okay, so don't worry about getting everything in one go. So you take it bite size. Aham vadami, यावद् अवगम्यते तावद् भवतु चिन्ता मास्तु अग्रे निश्चयेन अवगमनं भविष्यति। अस्तु, इदानीं अस्तु, इदानीं के अंशाः अस्माभिः अत्र पद्यस्य वा गद्यस्य वा पठनकाले परिशील्यन्ते इति चेत् मुख्यतः 5 अंशाः सन्ति। प्रथमम् अस्ति सन्धिः। सन्धिः इत्युक्ते वर्णव्यत्ययः, सो अ चेञ्ज् इन् लेटर्स्। सर्वेषामपि किञ्चिद्वा सन्धेः ज्ञानं स्यादेव इति भावयामि। तत्र देव आलयः इत्यस्ति। यदा अक्षराणाम् अथवा वर्णानां सामीप्येन उच्चारणं भवति तदा देवालयः इति भवति। तत्र आकारः अस्ति, सः सन्धिः इत्युच्यते। कुत्र कुत्र पाठे सन्धिः अस्ति, सः कीदृशः सन्धिः इति वयम् अवलोकयामः। धातुरूपाणि, तत्र यत्र यत्र क्रियापदानि तिङन्तपदानि उपयुज्यन्ते तत्र धातुरूपाणां विषये तत्र के अंशाः भवन्ति। धातुः कः, वाट् इस् द वर्ब् रूट्, रैट्। पदं किं, तत्र धातुषु परस्मैपदम् आत्मनेपदम् इति पदद्वयं भवति। तत्र परस्मैपदरूपं वा आत्मनेपदरूपं वा इति अवगन्तव्यं भवति। लकारः, सो लकारः कालं बोधयति, वर्तमानकालः, भूतकालः, भविष्यत्कालः, अथवा भावं, सो आज्ञा, प्रार्थना. So there are 2 kinds of lakaras. So again, all these details, the theoretical details, we will see whenever there is an occasion. Okay. So here we will take the forms which have been used in the lesson and try to analyze these. So Purushaha. So aham or vayam is uttama purushaha. Tvam yuvam yuyam is madhyama purushaha. Everything else is prathama purushaha. So tatra kaha kasya purushasya rupam iti pashyamaha, vachanam pashyamaha. These are the details. Whenever we see a dhatu rupa, we should be able to know these. Similarly, when we look at a shabda rupa, the nama padas or subantas, tatra moola rupam athava pratipadikam kim asti, tasya antaha lingam vibhaktihi vachanam iti jnatavyam bhavati. Samasaha. So Sanskrit bhashayam samasanam atyantam mukhyatvam asti. Because in Sanskrita we can combine words, keep on combining them to make very long words. Okay. But even in a very long word, the components are very small, right? For example, idanim रजताचल शृंगाग्र मध्यस्थायै नमो नमः इत्यस्ति ललिताष्टोत्तरशतनामावल्याः प्रथमं पदम्। तत्र रजताचल शृंगाग्र मध्यस्थायै इति एकमेव पदमस्ति। तत् समस्तपदम् इति वदामः। किन्तु तत्र लघु लघु पदानि एव सन्ति। रजत, अचल, शृंग, अग्र, मध्य and stha एवं लघु लघु पदानि सन्ति। तेषाम् अवगमनेन अस्माभिः दीर्घस्य पदस्यापि अर्थः अवगन्तुं शक्यते। अतः यत्र समासः भवति तत्र समासस्य विग्रहवाक्यं, विग्रहवाक्यम् इत्युक्ते अर्थः तावदेव. There is nothing complicated about samasas. It is just understanding, like we did, for example, Himalayah iti agatam. Himalayah नाम कः? Himasya alayah. Himam is snow, alaya is abode. So an abode of snow is called Himalaya. So tatra Himalayah iti samastapadam, Himasya alayah iti vigrahavakyam iti vadamah. Right? So for any samastapada we see, knowing the vigrahavakya helps in understanding. Knowing the samasa name is a bonus at this stage. It is okay if you don't know the samasa name. Vadamaha vayam Evameva, see, many of these things, as and when we keep repeating, it is very easy to pick up. So we will tell the name of the samasa, but you don't need to worry about names or divisions, subdivisions as on now. Arthaha avagantavya. Antimaha amshaha asti pratyayaha. So pratyayah ityukte suffix ityuchyate. Tatra bahuvidhaah pratyayah संस्कृतभाषायां सन्ति. द्विविधाः प्रत्ययाः कृत् प्रत्ययाः तद्धित प्रत्ययाः. So we will try to learn तेषां विशिष्टः अर्थः भवति. Any pratyaya is added for a specific sense. Okay? So we will just analyze very briefly about some of the pratyayas. Again, what is the meaning? Vigraha vakya always means the meaning. What is the meaning of the word? What is the root or prakriti there, and what is the pratyaya? So ete pancha amshaha asmabhihi drishyante sarvamapi vistrutam bhavati iti na. So I will only tell what is required at this stage. So please have patience. Atra bahubhihi बहु अधीतमस्ति. विशिष्य यदि संस्कृतभारत्याः कोविदपरीक्षा अधीता अस्ति तर्हि तत्र प्रत्ययानां समासानां सम्यगेव ज्ञानं भवति, किन्तु अस्मिन् स्तरे तस्य सर्वस्यापि अपेक्षा नास्ति. सो यदा प्रश्नाः पृच्छ्यन्ते अस्मिन् स्तरे प्रश्नान् पृच्छन्तु. अहमपि तेषामेव प्रश्नानाम् उत्तरं वर्गवेलायां ददामि. If there are questions beyond the scope of this class, please reach out separately to me individually. I will definitely answer. Kintu vargasya samaye sarvesham avagamanam manasi nidhaya prathamikaah eva amshaah maya uchyante praudhaah amshaah nochyante, especially sutras. So please do not get into any sutras or any advanced concepts in this class. It is a request to advanced learners who are a part of the class. Atra tesham apeksha nasti. Astu idanim arambham kurmah. Adau sandhihi. Atra pathe ke sandhi visheshaah drishtaah. Tatra sandhishu traividhyam asti. It is, as I said, sandhi is a change of letter. So based on what is the letter that is getting modified. Yadi svaranam bhedah vyatyayah bhavati tarhi swarasandhihi ityuchyate. Yadi visargasya vyatyayah bhavati tarhi visargasandhihi ityuchyate. Yadi vyanjanavarnanam vyatyayah bhavati tarhi vyanjanasandhihi iti uchyate. Tra adau atra pathamah. So ityapi etani sarvani padani pathe asan. So all these are a part of the lesson. If you have the printout or the textbook, you can make a note or you can do an underline or you can write separately. Tattu bhavatam ichhanugunam. Atra kepi pathantu adau. Priya Mahesh.
नमस्ते भगिनी.
पठतु. अत्र पदानि यानि.
इत्यपि, इति अधिकम् अपि. इत्यादयः, इति अधिकम् आदयः.
इति आदयः इति अलं तत्तु लेखनार्थं प्रदर्श्यते, पठनीयं नास्ति संस्कृते.
इत्येतत्, इति एतत्. उप्यन्तर्भवति, अप्यन्तर्भवति, अपि अन्तर्भवति. सञ्चितान्यासन्, सञ्चितानि आसन्.
सम्यक्, उत्तमम्. अत्र सर्वत्र किं कृतमस्ति? अन्ते इकारः अस्ति. इति, अपि, सञ्चितानि. So there is an E followed by different swaras, right? So ikaraha tadagre anye swaraha santi chet ikarasya sthane yakarah drishyate. So if you look at the joint word, instead of I, we hear the ya. So atra iti ityasti, atra itya. Itya api, itya adayah, apya antarbhavati, sanchitanya asan. So ikarasya sthane atra yakarah drishyate. That is what we are observing from these examples. Such a sandhi is called yan sandhi. Right? So yan sandhau atra yakarah adeshah. So we will not, as I said, get into the full rules of what is yan sandhi, when does it happen, etc. We are just observing the examples here and understanding that this is an example of yan sandhi. Astu. So these are all, this is one kind of swara sandhi. Agre. Kanchan.
सवर्ण दीर्घ संधि हिमालयः हिम अपि अधिकम् आलयः
हिमा आलयः
ना नागा नागाधिराजः नाग
नग
नग अधिराजः कृतास्ति कृता अस्ति भाषा भवत भाषा अभवत् नर्मदादयः नर्मदा आदयः.
Samyak. Tamam. So what do we see in these examples? There is a or a on both sides, right? So hima alayah, naga adhirajah. So we have a or a on both sides, whereas in the joint form we see only one dirgha, that is a. So Himalayah, Nagadhirajah. Both words are fused and we hear only the dirgha. So such sandhi is called Savarna Dirgha Sandhi. Next one. Chetan.
पूर्वोक्ताः पूर्व उक्ताः चेति च इति.
हाँ. कः सन्धिः?
गुणसन्धि.
Guna sandhi. So this sandhi is called guna. So there are only two examples in this lesson. So a plus e gives a, right? So this is gana, ishaha, ganeshaha. Right? Rama, ishaha, rameshaha. Parama, ishvaraha, parameshvaraha. So a and e combine to give a and u combine to give o. Purva uktaha, purvoktaha. Surya udayaha, suryodayaha. Right? And nada utsavaha, nadotsavaha. Those are all examples of a sandhi which is called guna sandhi. Then Mangala.
नमस्ते भगिनी. आ प्लस ई न वृद्धि संधि सैव सा एव आ प्लस ए ऐ.
Samyak. So atra vriddhi sandhi is another kind of sandhi where if we have a and a, it becomes I. Eka, ekam, ekaikam. Sa eva saiva. Tava eshaha tavaishaha. So these are the 4 kinds of swarasandhis we see. Agre itopi agre vayam pashyamah. Agre visarga sandhayah. So modifications of visarga. Actually, when we read any text, whether it is any shloka or any text, the most common kind of sandhi is visarga sandhi. Bahutra bahudha upayujyate. So adau pathamaha. Nitin.
भरतो नाम भरतः नाम बहवो जनाः बहवः जनाः नर्मदादयोऽपि नर्मदादयः अपि इन्द्रादयोष्ट इन्द्रादयः अष्ट.
Samyak. So this is a kind of visarga sandhi which we call uttva. So initially the visarga becomes u, and then there are other sandhis also which happen. Okay. So effectively we hear the okara, right? So the visarga becomes o. So bharataha becomes bharato. Bahavaha becomes bahavo. Narmadadayo. Indradayo. So when does it happen? Usually when you have aha, akara with visarga, and the following letter is either again a short a or mridu vyanjanam. If you are not aware of terms like mridu vyanjanam, karkasha vyanjanam, etc., so please listen to yesterday's class on level 1. Okay, in Abhijna, in Parichaya. So you should all be aware of the basic aspects of Varnamala. But if you have any doubts or questions about these terms, Alpa Prana, Mahaprana, Mridu, Karkasha, so please refer to the first video of Parichaya course where we have explained this. So Amridu Vyanjana, the 3rd, 4th and 5th letters of each Varga. That is a general, very simple rule. For now, just observe what has happened. Where exactly does it happen? We will see in level 3. Okay. So the other kind of visarga sandhi. See Sitaraman.
नमो नमः. सकारः नगाधिराजश्च नगाधिराजः प्लश्च इत्यादयश्च इत्यादयः प्लश्च विख्याताः सन्ति विख्याताः प्लस् सन्ति पवित्राश्च पवित्राः प्लश्च विसर्ग प्लस कर्कश.
So when visarga is followed by a karkasha vyanjana, which is the first 2 letters of the varga or shashasa, it gets converted into sakara. So the sa further sometimes you hear as sh. If there is a cha ahead, it becomes sh, or otherwise you will hear the sa. But all this is basically the same sandhi. Visarga becomes sakara. Then Jayashri Emma.
लोपः प्रधान इति प्रधानः इति सम्पन्ना नव सम्पन्नाः नव भक्ता भागवताः भक्ताः भागवताः पूर्वोक्ता भाषाः पूर्वोक्ताः भाषाः.
Samyak. So all these are cases where you can see that the visarga has just disappeared, right? Krishi pradhana iti suvacham. So pradhanaha iti The visarga is not seen. It is not a typing error. It is a sandhi. Lopa is, it disappears. So similarly, sampanna navaratna khachitanyabharanani dharantisma. So sampannaha navaratna. Visarga is dropped. Bhaktaha bhagavataha. So first word, the visarga is dropped. Purvoktaha bhashaha. So yatra you have ah, right? Dirgha is there followed by mridu vyanjana, or hrasva aha with ikara or other swaras, right? So you feel or you see the lopa of visarga. These are the three kinds we have seen. For now, as I said, learn the split. Katham pathaniyam. How you should read splitting while reading is more important. The specific types and rules we will learn. तृतीयः प्रभेदः अस्ति सन्धेः यत्र व्यञ्जनसन्धिः. व्यञ्जनस्य परिवर्तनं भवति. अत्र अस्मिन् पाठे एकमेव अथवा उदाहरणद्वयं दृष्टं. So एतत् द्वयं becomes etadvayam. So ta is replaced by the. Asmat bharatam becomes asmad bharatam. So takarasya sthane dakarah, third letter of the varga. So wherever we see the third letter of the varga, Bhagavat Gita becomes Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So such examples are called Jashtva Sandhi. Okay. Any questions in this? Sandhi Vishaye. Will we be covering sandhis in detail as and when needed? See, there is a book in third level called Sandhi Viveka. So third level of exams where sandhi rules are learnt in detail. For second level, we will apply. So wherever there is a sandhi, we should be able to split it correctly. That is the objective in this level. So in the next level, we will definitely study all sandhis in detail. So other than these, there may be other similar sandhis in this lesson, right? Other than shown here. For example, there are a few more yan sandhis, few more visarga sakara. As you read the lesson next time, you can just split them in a similar way. Okay. These are not there in the textbook. Which are not there in the textbook? See, I will tell you again. So when I do the Vyakarana section, all of it may not be a part of the textbook. Okay, so the textbook, if you look at the lesson in the textbook, after the lesson, a few of the grammar points are given. I will take all of them and I may add some information to it. Okay, but it is basically there at the end of the lesson. So there's just one more question. Pradhana iti, is it still written separately after sandhi? Yeah, usually after visarga lopa also, there is one space given. Okay, that's just a convention. You have to remember that Samskrita was the language is basically spoken. Okay, we have to tell it together as pradhana iti. Whether we give a space there or not is convention. Usually we do give a space there. Will I share the slides is a question. Yes, definitely. The slides and exercise will be uploaded after the Thursday session each week. Okay. So I'll upload the slides and exercises. You will get it along with the video recording. Agre gacchamaha. So sandhihi sandhayaha kaha bhedaha iti. Sandhihi is ekavachana. It means one sandhi. Sandhayaha is bahuvachana. So sandhis. Sandhihi sandhi sandhayaha. Yatha harihi hari harayaha. Evam sandhihi sandhi sandhayaha. Okay. Agre gacchamaha. Dhaturupaani. Atra kutra kutra kriyapadani prayuktani iti asmabhihi drashtavyam. So we will first see the forms. So asti, staha, santi. So one of these will be used in the lesson. We had asti and santi. So the dhatu there is called as. So this symbol is used just for a dhatu. It is not a standard symbol. I just use it to indicate a root so that wherever we have a dhatu, we understand that it is the dhatu. So as dhatuhu lat lakaraha vartamana kalaha. The present tense in Sanskrita is conveyed by a lakara which is called lat lakara. All these are forms in lat lakara present tense. Right? So asti, staha, santi. It means just is. Vrikshaha asti, vrikshau staha, vrikshaha santi. So one tree is there, two are there, more than two are there. Ityarthaha. Nyayate kila ekavachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. Similarly, vah becomes vahati, vahataha, vahanti. Tatra pra iti upasargaha asti. It is a prefix which is added before the dhatu. The dhatu is vah. We have pra as the upasarga. Upasarga sometimes changes the meaning of the dhatu. Sometimes it is a similar meaning. So in this case, vahati, pravahati both mean the same. It is to flow. So nadi pravahati. River flows. Nadyau pravahataha. Two rivers flow. Nadyaha pravahanti. Many rivers flow. So pravahati, pravahataha, pravahanti. Jeev dhatuhu means to survive, to live. So jeevati, jeevataha, jeevanti. Then we have padi. Padi is a special dhatu. It is called a causal verb. Okay. We saw two forms. Utpadyate, utpadayati. Right? So there was utpadyante. Utpadyante is to be born, to be created. So to make something to be born or to be created is called utpadayati. So ud iti upasargaha, padi iti nijanta dhatuhu. It is called nijanta. It means to produce. So utpadayati, utpadayataha, utpadayanti is to produce. Dhr dhatuhu, dharati, dharataha, dharanti means to wear. Vas dhatuhu, vasati, vasataha, vasanti to live. Arh dhatuhu, arhati, arhataha, arhanti means to deserve. So bhavitum arhati. So deserves to be a communicative language. So now all these forms are parasmai pada. Right? So there are two patterns of dhatus that we see. So this ti Antaha, Anti. So this pattern is called Parasmaipada. So all these are Parasmaipada forms. And Prathama Purushaha. Prathama Purusha is something other than Aham and Tvam. Right? So that is Prathama Purusha, called third person in English. There are also some Atmanepada Dhatavaha or Atmanepada Rupani. So the same Ud with Pad Dhatu. There we saw Padayati. Padi is derived from this. Okay, it means to make something to arise. So Utpadyate is something arises. Okay. Utpadayati is to make something to arise. So Ghataha Utpadyate, a pot arises. Kumbhakaraha Ghatam Utpadayati. So the potter produces, makes the ghata to take shape. That is the difference. This is an Atmanepada form. Utpadyate, Utpadyete, Utpadyante. Ghataha Utpadyate, Ghatau Utpadyete, Ghataha Utpadyante. Similarly, Raj Dhatuhu, Vi iti upasargaha. So Raj means to shine. So here also Viraj also means to shine. So Virajate, Virajete, Virajante. Bhash is to speak. Bhashate, Bhashete, Bhashante. Vrit, like as, Vrit is just to be. So asti, vartate are synonyms. Vartate, vartete, vartante. What is the difference between these? It is the same Vartamana Kala, same Latlakara, Prathama Purusha, but these are Atmanepada forms. Next, we have a few more forms. Pujyate, Pujyete, Pujyante. Sambhavyate, Sambhavyete, Sambhavyante. Drishyate, Drishyete, Drishyante. These forms are similar to the above, right? So they are also Atmanepada forms, but there is a difference, right? If you look at the meaning, right? Utpadyate is arises, shines, speaks. It is all in active voice. Whereas for these, Pujyate is not to worship, it is to be worshipped. Devi Devataha Pujyante. They don't do the worship. They are worshipped by us. Right? Similarly, Drishyate is to be seen. So, Saha Pashyati. He sees. Saha Drishyate means he is seen by somebody else. So, being the object or karma. So, this is called karmani prayoga or passive voice. So, if you look at the forms, it is difficult to see the difference. These are also Atmanepada forms, but there is a ya specially here. So, puja becomes pujya, sambhavya, drishyate. Okay. So, but the main thing is the meaning. Knowing the meaning, we can tell whether it is an active form or a passive form. So, atra pujadhatoho karmani latlakaraha. So, it is a passive form. Active form is pujayati. Saha devam pujayati. Whereas pujyate is passive. So, bhavati is active. Bhavyate. So, sambhavayati is active. Sambhavyate is passive. Pashyati is active. Drishyate is passive. Right? So Samskrita especially uses a lot of passive voice prayogas. So we have to get familiar with them. We also saw a few verbs in bhutakala, that is past tense. So sam and bhu, samabhavat, samabhavatam, samabhavan. It means became. So sambhavati is present, samabhavat is past. Asti is present, asit, astam, asan. So the same dhatu, this is the past tense, means was. So karoti is present, akarot, akurutam, akurvan is past tense, did. Kr is the dhatu. So shasti is present, to rule. Shashasa, shashasatuhu, shashasuhu is past tense, ruled. The dhatu is shas. There is also a different way of making past tense in Samskrita, which is just by adding sma to the present tense form. Okay. So dharati sma means they wore in the past or they used to wear. So dharati sma, dharataha sma, dharanti sma. Dharati, dharataha, dharanti is present tense. So just by adding sma, we can convert it into past tense. Okay. So as you can see, there are different ways of representing past tense in Samskrita. It is not the same. So you can add sma to lat lakara and you can use different lakaras in past tense. So different lakaras will have different forms and we will study the lakaras later. Okay. I'm just mentioned here the name of the lakara. The first three are called lang lakara, whereas the shashasa, you can see it looks a bit different. So it is called lit lakara. So what are the different lakaras in the past tense, etc. we will see. So for now, we should know whether it is present or past and if it is parasmaipada or atmanepada. Okay. So there are a few questions. Isn't vartate to grow is a question? No. Vardhate is to grow. There is a difference. So there is vartate, which means just asti ityarthaha. There is vardhate, mahapranadha, which means to grow. Okay. What is the difference between lang lakara and adding sma? Different ways of expression. Samskrita has a very wide vocabulary. The same thing we can express in different ways. Okay. So there are subtle difference between different kinds of lakara and bhutakala. For now, it is just a different way of representing the bhuta. Okay. By adding sma, the latlakara itself shows bhutakala. So there's one question. Do we need to memorize for the exam? No. As I said, for this exam, you don't need to memorize or know the Vyakarana Amshas in detail. But for your understanding of the language, you should know all these aspects. Okay. So don't worry about memorizing for the exam. None of this is asked for the exam itself. Okay. How to determine atmanepada and parasmaipada dhatus? There is no specific way. Okay, you will have to know through practice. through familiarity with the forms, you have to know whether a dhatu is used only in Parasmaipada forms, only in Atmanepada forms, or both. Right? It is possible. Some are used with both. Pachati, pachate. Okay. But some have only Parasmaipada forms, some have only Atmanepada. It does not depend on the meaning. We can know it only by knowing the forms, how it is used in the language. Okay. Is asisma correct? Technically correct, right? I mean, bhavasisma, you can use it if you intend that. Okay, so we will, I think, move ahead. There are some questions. So as I said again, so please wait. We will understand what is Parasmaipada, what is Atmanepada, why do we call it, all that. We will come to those. So try to take in what is told now. We will definitely go learn more and more as we progress, right? If we get into every detail here, only the first lesson we'll have to do for many, many weeks. Okay. So it has to be stage by stage. So please hold your questions. I will answer all of them with time. So we will move ahead to the Shabda Rupas at least. So we have a few Shabdas. So as I said, for any Shabda, we need to know the root form Pratipadikam, Antaha, Lingam, Vibhaktihi, Vachanam. So I'll show for one. For example, we have Raja, means a king. So the root word there is called Rajan. Okay, Rajan Shabdaha. The ending letter here is N. So therefore it is a Nakaranta Shabda. It is masculine. So Pullingam. So Nakarantaha Pullingaha Rajan Shabdaha. So Raja, Rajanau, Rajanaha. So it is Prathama Vibhakti and Eka Vachanam. So next we have Dishi. Can somebody try to tell the details for Dishi? Uttara.
Yes, ma'am.
Ha. What is Dishi? What is the root word? Can you guess? If you don't know, you can always Dish. Okay.
Dish. Okay.
Ha. What is
Dish.
the Anta?
Akarantaha.
When I say Dish, what is the last letter?
Dish. Ukarantaha.
Dish. It is only Dish.
Okay. It's just sh. Okay.
Shakaranta.
Shakarantaha. Okay. Okay.
Ha.
Shakarantaha.
Shakaranta.
Na Srilinga.
Samyak.
Vibhakti is Dishi.
So Purvasyam Dishi means in the southern direction. So which Vibhakti is in?
Locative Saptami.
Samyak.
Okay. Vachanam is Eka Vachanam.
Uttamam. So Dishi is Shakaranta. Dish is the Shabda. So the ending letter is Sha. So Shakaranta, Strilinga, Saptami, Ekavachanam. Okay. So then we have thank you. So Jayashri.
नद्याः प्रातिपदिकम् इस् नदी, इकारान्त स्त्रीलिङ्गी शब्दः बहु प्रथम विभक्ति बहुवचन.
सम्यक्. What are the forms in Prathama Vibhakti?
नदी नद्यौ नद्याः.
Nadi, nadyau, nadyaha. Samyak. So it is Nadi Shabda, Ikaranta, Strilinga, Prathama Vibhakti, Bahuvachanam. Next we have Sarayuhu. Preeti.
Namaskaram Manye. Sarayuhu. Pratipadikam Sarayu. Manye.
Correct. What is the anta?
Ukarantaha.
Samyak.
I don't know whether it is pulling or striling, ma'am.
You have it with Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Sarayuhu.
Strilinga Shabdaha.
So most of the nadis are Strilinga.
Okay, ma'am. Vibhakti, Prathama Vibhakti. Bahuvachanam.
How many rivers are there?
Oh no, sorry, Ekavachanam. Sorry.
Ekavachanam. Samyak. Chita nasti. So Sarayu Shabdaha, Ukarantaha Strilingaha, Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
Ekavachanam.
Sarayuhu, Saraivau, Saraivaha. If Vadhuhu, Vadvau, Vadvaha. If it had multiple, it would be Saraivaha.
Saraivaha. Dhanyavadaha.
Next one, Kulyaha. Rajashri.
Kulyaha. Kulya Strilinga Shabdaha. Kulya Shabdaha. Kulya Kulye Kulyaha. Prathama Vibhakti. Bahuvachanam.
Okay, what is the anta?
Akaranta Strilinga.
Okay. So now, what is the sentence in the text you remember?
Kulyaha.
Nadibhyaha Kulyaha Nirmaya. Right? So creating a channel from the rivers. Okay. Can you make that into Ekavachana? No. Nadibhyaha is Panchami. That's okay. Kulya is not Panchami. It says creating channels. Okay. Can you make that into Ekavachana? Nadibhyaha
Kulya. Ekavachana will be Kulya.
The sentence, full sentence. Nadibhyaha Kulyaha Nirmati means creates channels from rivers. Okay. Nadibhyaha Kulyaha Nirmati. If I make it into
Nadyaha Kulya Nirmati.
Will it be Kulya Nirmati? I make a pot.
Kulyam.
Kulyam Nirmati. Kulyaha is the same form in Prathama Vibhakti and Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Dvitiya, okay.
Kulya, Kulye, Kulyaha. Kulyam, Kulye, Kulyaha. So in Bahuvachana, form is the same. But in that sentence, it is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Because it means to create a channel. Right?
Okay.
Clear? Why it is Dvitiya? If you are just given Kulyaha, it is fine to tell both Prathama and Dvitiya. But in the lesson, it is used in Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachana. Right? To create a channel. Kulyam Nirmati, Kulyaha Nirmati is Dvitiya Vibhakti. So next, Krishi Karmana. Namrata.
Krishi Karmana. Nakarantaha Napumsakalingaha. तृतीया विभक्तिः एकवचनं प्रातिपदिकं कृषिकर्मन्
सो कृषिकर्मन् इति प्रातिपदिकं सो केनचित् ह्यः पृष्टं why is it not karmena, it is not akaranta, it is nakaranta. Karman is a nakaranta shabda, napumsakalinga. Okay, so tritiya ekavachana is krishikarmana. Okay, next we have vrihayah. Annapurna.
Namo Namaha. It's like harayah. So it is vrihi pratipadikam ikaranta pullinga vibhakti prathama vibhakti bahuvachana.
Samyak. So vrihi, vrihi, vrihayah. Like harihi, hari, harayah. So vrihi, ikaranta pullinga, prathama bahuvachanam. Samyak. Ganesh.
प्रातिपदिकं बहु अन्तः उकारान्त लिङ्गं पुल्लिङ्ग विभक्तिः प्रथमा वचनं बहुवचनं
सम्यक् so ukaranta pullinga prathama bahuvachanam bahuh bahu bahavah like guruh guru guravah. So next there are a few more, so we will take them. We will complete the subantas today. I'll just take a few more minutes, then the rest of the samasa etc we will see in next class. Vidya. So next we have the shabdas which are the sarvanama shabdas, okay, which are translated as pronouns in English, but it is not only that, right? Sarvanama is a special category of words in Samskrita. They have similar patterns of words. Okay. Asmakam. What is the pratipadikam?
Asmad.
Asmad. Ha. So antaha.
Dakaranta.
Lingam.
Lingam. Asmakam.
Trilingam. It is same in all three lingas. Okay, so we say Trishu lingeshu samanam. Okay. Vibhakti.
Vibhakti, Shashti vibhakti.
And?
Vachanam, bahuvachanam.
So, Dakarantaha Trilingakaha or Trishulingeshu Samana Rupaha Asmad Shabdaha Shashti Vibhaktihi Bahuvachanam. So, Mama Avayoho Asmakam. Then Satya Devi Asya.
Namaste Bhagini. Antah Makarantah Pullingah Prathama Vibhakti Sashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
Repeat, which is the Shabda?
Makarantah Pullingah Sashti Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
What is the Pratipadikam?
Idam.
Samyak. So, this is idam shabda, makaranta sarvanama shabda. So, there you have, it is the same in pullinga and napumsakalinga. Asya is same. Shashti vibhakti ekavachana. Okay.
Dhanyavad Bhagini.
Next one. Purnima.
Namaste Bhagini. Imam idapi makaranta idam shabdah.
Correct.
Napumsakalingam.
Imam. In Napumsakalinga, it is only idam. So this is pullinga.
Pullinga. Pullingam. Prathama idam imam prathama vibhakti dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam.
Samyak. So idam in pullinga, dvitiya ekavachana is imam. Okay. So ayam imau ime, imam imau iman. Okay. So next purvasyam. Netravati.
Namaste Bhagini. Purva Shabda. Akaranta.
Akaranta strilinga. This purva.
Saptami Vibhakti. Ekavachana.
Samyak. So purva is a akaranta. I'm sorry, there is a typing error here. It is not akaranta. It is akaranta strilinga. Saptami ekavachanam. So there's a special thing here. Some of you might have noted. So we have purvasyam dishi, uttarasyam dishi, dakshinasyam dishi in the book. All three are sarvanama shabdas. Therefore, they get this syam. But the word paschima is not a sarvanama. So sarvanamas are given by Panini as a list of words in his Vyakarana. So based on usage, it is not what he created. So based on how it is used in the language, he has made a set of words called sarvanama, which have similar forms. So purva, uttara, dakshina. All three words are sarvanama shabdas. So we hear this syam. They are like sarva shabda. So purvasyam, purvayohu, purvasu. Uttarasyam, dakshinasyam. But the paschima shabda is not included in the list of sarvanamas. Therefore, it doesn't become paschimasyam. It is like a normal akaranta rama shabda. Ramayam, ramayoho, ramasu. So it becomes paschimayam, paschimayoho, paschimasu. Right? So that is the difference. And the book very clearly gives that. So three are sarvanama shabdas. Paschima is not. There is no reason as to why it is not. Because sarvanama is a category made based on how it is used in the language. So the forms of Paschima Shabda follow Rama Shabda. They are not like other sarvanama Shabdas. So etasam. Rajeshri.
Namaste Mahodaya. एता प्रातिपदिकं वा?
एतद् इत्येव प्रातिपदिकम्.
एतत्.
Etad. Etad. So what is the anta?
Dakaranta.
Dakaranta. Linga?
Dakaranta Srilinga.
Vibhakti?
Vibhakti Shashti.
Shashti. Samyak. Shashti. Vachana?
Shashti Bahuvachana.
Bahuvachanam. So etasam bhashanam or etasam nadinam. It is Shashti Bahuvachana. Dakaranta Strilinga etad shabda Shashti Bahuvachana. Samyak. So then we have just one Sankhya Vachaka number shabda, which is Chatasraha. So it is actually Chatur, a Rephanta Strilinga shabda. It becomes Chatvaraha in Pullinga, Chatasraha in Strilinga, and Chatvari in Napumsakalinga. So Prathama Vibhakti Bahuvachana. 4 ityeva arthaha. But if I say Chatvaraha Deshaha, Chatasraha Nadyaha, or Chatasraha Bhashaha, Chatvari Phalani. So based on the visheshya, the number will change gender. The first four only. Ekaha, eka, ekam, dvau, dve, dve, trayah, tisrah, त्रीणि, chatvarah, chatasrah, chatvari. So first four numbers have different forms in different lingas. For the rest, it is the same. So we will stop here for today. There was a bit more in this lesson and I thought I could complete it, but it's okay. So in the beginning, we will go a bit slow. So we will do the Mangala now. Then you can leave. There are a few questions. I'll try to answer a few of them now, but most of them we will see later, right? Because those are all things which we have to learn. We will learn them slowly. Gururev gatirgurumev bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guroh paramam shishurasmi guror matirasti gurau mama pahi guro. So today's video, the recording and the exercise, there is an exercise for this class. So I'll upload all of them in the portal. You should be able to download them by tomorrow. The video will take some time. We will upload, but it may take 1 or 2 days. The rest we will know. So the slides have not been uploaded. I had also mentioned in the WhatsApp group, please wait. I have told you I will upload it on after Thursday's class. So I cannot, for now at least, I mean for this week at least, the slides, it is a single slide deck for the whole lesson. So I will upload it today after today's class. Don't worry, right? So please wait. So we will upload it today. So those who want to leave can leave. If you have questions, you can stay. So Purva Shabdah Tachabdasya Strilingavad Bhavati va Satyam. So like you have Satetaha Tathaiva Bhavati. So Purvasyai Purvasyaha Ityadi. Kashchana Visheshaha Asti. So it is a special word. So we will study that when we come to the Shabda Rupas. And there are some optional forms. Krishi Karmanaha. Can this also be, I mean, Krishi Karmana, can this be Shashti iti prashnaha? No. Shashti is Krishi Karmanaha, Krishi Karmanoho, Krishi Karmanam. So Krishi Karmana can only be Tritiya, cannot be Shashti. Shvashru Shabdasya Antaha Kim iti prashnaha. It is also Ukaranta, like Sarayu, Vadhu, Shvashru. They are all Ukaranta Strilinga Shabdas. How can I join the WhatsApp group? I'm not sure why the problem. The link has been shared in the course page. So if you go to Abhijna, right? So the course page, so the some important links, you have the link to join the WhatsApp group. So please join the group for the announcements. This is the link. Okay, you have to click on the join chat to join the link. So I'll also send it in the chat now in Zoom so you can use it. Is Atmanepada only used in Karmani Prayoga is a question. No, we have Kartari Atmanepadas and Karmani Atmanepadas. But for Karmani Prayoga, it is always Atmanepada only. In active voice, you can have both Parasmaipada and Atmanepada. Whereas in passive voice, it is always only Karmani. For Atmanepada past tense, we will learn, right? Like Avandata. So there are past tense forms for Atmanepada also. Prabhritini iti rupam katham utpadyate. So it is prabhriti, prabhritini, prabhritini, ikaranta, napumsakalinga. Okay. Like dadhi, dadhini, dadhini, we have prabhriti, prabhritini, prabhritini. So what is the meaning of Parasmaipada and Atmanepada? See, for now, anything which has the pattern of ti, taha, anti is Parasmaipada form, whereas where we have te, ate, ante is Atmanepada form. Right? That is all we can understand at a basic level without getting into the sutras. Some dhatus take only the Parasmaipada forms. Those are called Parasmaipadi dhatavaha. So Parasmaipada refers to actually the pratyaya or the form is a Parasmaipada rupa. The dhatu is called Parasmaipadi if it takes only Parasmaipada forms. If it takes only Atmanepada forms, it is called Atmanepadi dhatu. And there are some Ubhaya Padis. They can take both forms, either Parasmaipada or Atmanepada. Right. So we will see more. Again, which dhatu is only Parasmaipadi, which is only Atmanepadi, we should know only through practice and by learning the language. So just by looking at the dhatu, there is no way to tell what is its pada. We should know the forms. Where can I find the recording of the videos? So course page. So for everything, there is only one place. So please go to your dashboard and go to the course page. So you can see here, lesson 1, you have the video and audio. The grammar video, the slides, exercise will also be uploaded in the same place. So if you cannot access these, so there are some people who said that, so just click on this complete and continue button in the form. So if you have already filled the form, but you can still not access, please just click on this button once. Okay. If you click on this complete and continue, you will be able to access all the future lessons. Okay. I think that's it. So there are some who said they didn't get a chance to answer. See, there are more than 250 people in class, of which about more than 60 or 70 had raised hands. So I'm trying to give chance to as many different people as possible. So please wait after a few classes. Once the class stabilizes, everybody will get a chance slowly. Okay, so please don't feel bad. Now, if I've lowered everybody's hands, if you have a question, please raise your hand. I can unmute. Okay, only if you have a question which is directly relevant to what we learned now. Lakshmi Narayan Mahodaya.
नमस्ते आर्य.
Yes.
उत्पद्यते तदेव प्रश्नः मया पृष्टः. कर्मणि कर्तरि
उत्तरं
रूप
दत्तं.
ರೂಪ ಸೇಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು ಬೆಳೆಸಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತವೆ ಕರ್ಮಣಿ ಏವ ಕೆಲವು ಏವಮ ಸಂದೇಶ
ಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತವೆ ತತ್ರ ಬೆಳೆಸಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತವೆ ಉತ್ಪಾದ್ಯಂತೆ ಇತಿ ಭವತಿ ಉತ್ಪದ್ಯಂತೆ ಇತಿ
ಉತ್ಪಾದ್ಯಂತೆ ಬೆಳೆಸಲ್ಪಡುತ್ತೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಉತ್ಪದ್ಯಂತೆ ಇಸ್ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತವೆ
ಓಕೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ರಾಜೇಶ್ವರಿ
Namaste, ma'am. What is the meaning of Varsha in Bharatavarsha?
Varsha is used to indicate a portion of land. There is a meaning as year that is different, but there are in geography, in ancient geography, different portions like we have like continents, countries, etc. today. So there were terms like Khanda, Varsha, Dvipa, etc. So there is Jambu Dvipa, then Bharata Varsha, Bharata Khanda. Right? So sometime we will look into it. There is somewhere in a context. But here it is just the name of that particular land form is called Varsha and Khanda. So what we live is called Bharata Varsha and Bharata Khanda.
Yeah. And what is the city that was called Dwaravati?
Dwarka, Krishna's city.
Okay.
Dwaravati is Dwarka.
Okay. And Vartate means exist.
Correct.
Vartate means okay.
Exist.
Thank you.
Yes. Then Venkateshan.
Namaste.
Ha.
Actually, I am not able to open the book through my course page. I have written all this in my question and answer as well. It says all prerequisites are not completed.
That's right. So did you press this button here? So in
not
this
today.
form.
Not today, but I filled up the form on the very first day.
Filling the form is different. Just click on this button. Okay, you can see this complete and continue above the form. You can see the form. You don't need to fill it, but just click on this blue button once. You will be able to access it.
Thank you. And the next question is, in Chamakam we say Ashta Chatvarigum Sachame.
So that's a special Vedic Ucharana. Whenever there is Sha, so there is one that Gum is added. The form in
Ashta
class.
Chatvari. No, my question is Ashta Chatvari. But normally we
for
say in
after 40, both are correct. Both Dirgha and Hrasva are correct.
Okay.
So till 30, only Dirgha. After that, both Hrasva and Dirgha are correct. But normally when we are learning, because it's like too difficult and for beginners that there are multiple forms, so we stick to Hrasva. That's all. Simplicity, but both are correct after 40. Hrasva and Dirgha.
In the last class, I could see all the questions from other people, but today I don't know where you are reading the questions from other people because I can't see them today for some reason.
Okay, I don't know the Zoom setting. I haven't changed. I mean, all answered questions, you should be able to see at least some of them. There are options to give private answers and answer publicly. So what I do is, at least when I'm doing a class, it's very difficult for me to type. So I usually take the questions orally and answer. Some of them I ignore because it will come at a later point.
Okay, understand. Thoroughly understand. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste. Yes, Jyoti Lakshmi Bhagini.
नमस्ते भगिनी. भगिनी सुवाचम् इति अस्ति खलु, भारतदेशः कृषिप्रधान इति सुवाचम् इति पुनरेकवारं कृपया
अग्रिमवर्गे. We have that in Kridantas.
अस्तु भगिनी, धन्यवादः.
Supriya Bhagini.
Namo Namah Mahodaya. Am I audible?
Yes.
Mahodaya, I wish to know after each lesson, whatever homework is given, do we need to upload it somewhere?
No. It is just for yours. You write it in your book or whatever you have, and you can cross check it with the answers which will be uploaded. You don't need to upload anything. It only for the final at the end exam only you will need to upload. Everything else, you can just have it with you.
Okay. My next question regarding the same thing is, I do see it on the site, on the home page. And is it possible for me to download this somewhere and then type it out also? Does that also happen? Is that doable?
Which one you want to? You can download this. The exercise you will be able to download. So if you prefer typing, you can type it. That's your.
I can, right? Okay. I just wanted to check what are the options. Dhanyavada, ma'am.
Yeah. Jairam Mohane.
Namo Namaha. I got a small question, madam. Words like Lakshmi, Sri, etc. with the visarga at the end, do they also have an alternative form without the visarga?
No. In
Because
Sanskrit,
Lakshmi
has to have a visarga.
So we sometimes say Lakshmi Devi as a single word. There the visarga.
That is a samasa. So in samasa, everywhere, even if you say, for example, Ramasya Dutaha, when you join, it just becomes Rama and Duta. Right? It is in samasa, the vibhakti is dropped. But when you're
what
using
I meant was
just
like Parvati Devi. There Parvati originally didn't have visarga, right? That word.
That's what. So in a samasa, you will not be able to know, because when you are joining words, all the endings are dropped and you take only the pratipadika. So, but as an individual word, you cannot use just Lakshmi. It has to be Lakshmi.
Okay, thank you, madam. And what is the forms for the Lakshmi?
All other forms are like Nadi. Only one form is different. Lakshmi, Lakshmyau, Lakshmi.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Padma Varadarajan. Padma Varadarajan, please unmute yourself if you have a question. Natarajan Iyer. Yes, Padma Bhagini first. Then, yes.
What's the meaning of Barbaraha?
Barbaraha is lab. Which language? What is your mother tongue?
I am in Kerala, Malayalam.
Okay, Avarai. I don't know. I mean, in Kannada and Tamil, it is called Avarai.
Okay, Tamil also I know we speak Tamil in home. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
That is Natarajan Iyer.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, I checked with the Vyoma Lab number about this requirement of putting the email ID for every login. So they confirmed to me that is a requirement of Zoom. So that will be true for everybody and all the sessions.
For Zoom, yeah, I mean, unless you're logged into Zoom in your system. See, if you have the Zoom app in your system and you're logged in, it will not ask. Otherwise, Zoom will ask. Yes. But I was talking about our website. Right.
No, I go through our website only, and I log in through our, after logging in on the portal, Vyoma portal, there is a place where I'm already logged into the portal. From there, when I access the lesson, then it activates the Zoom session. And at that point, it will ask for the email ID.
Yes,
that is not
in our hands. Correct. That one is
I
not.
understand. I just thought I will inform you because
thank you.
We
because
this,
I was thinking about the website itself. Right. So that was the one I was mentioning. Zoom, yes, you will have to log in.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I just thought I'll let you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So I think we'll stop here. I have answered. Okay, Vidya Bhagini.
नमो नमः.
Yeah.
नमो नमः महोदय. न प्रश्न तु नास्ति. एवमेव अहं. धन्यवादः महोदय. बहवः धन्यवादाः.
अस्तु, सम्यक्.
क्षम्यतां भगिनी.
Yes, who was that?
ज्योति लक्ष्मी बेलगोड भगिनी.
वदतु.
भगिनी एकादशः द्वादशः त्रयोदश इति अस्ति वा नो चेत् तत्र विसर्गः नास्ति वा?
संख्यावाचकेषु नास्ति. एकादश means 11. एकादशः means 11th. यथा एकादशः अध्यायः, द्वादशः अध्यायः, that is 11th, 12th. But in Sankhya-vachakas, it is just ekadasha, dvadasha. No visarga.
प्रातिपदिकम् एव भवति वा एकादश द्वादश?
Pratipadikam, the pratipadikam there is actually ekadashan. The form is ekadasha.
अस्तु भगिनि, धन्यवादः.
Nagarajan.
Namaste, madam.
I
am 64 years old. I studied Sanskrit up to 10th standard up to 1974. After seeing your class, I thought I can join this class because I know the basics. I didn't join Parichaya.
Okay.
My wife joined Parichaya. Now I have joined this Abhijna. Of course, I am able to follow whatever you are speaking in Sanskrit and others are speaking in Sanskrit. Somehow I am not able to because I don't know the words and then how to frame the words into a sentence.
Yeah, you will learn them slowly. Don't worry. So idanim, you have to understand, but slowly as you keep practicing, you will be able to create your own sentences.
Yeah, I want to. That's what my thing is. I want to learn speaking Sanskrit.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Madhuri.
भगिनी श्रूयते वा?
श्रूयते, वदतु.
सम्यक्. अत्र संख्यावाचकाः शब्दस्य
चतस्रः.
तस्य रूपं चतुर शब्दः रेफान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनं नित्यं बहुवचनं किल?
प्रथमा विभक्तिः बहुवचनम्. आम्.
द्वितीया विभक्ति कथं ज्ञायते भगिनि? समानमेव किल? चतस्रः द्वितीया विभक्ति अपि
सम्यक् न श्रूयते. Your voice is sort of breaking.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, Bhagini.
द्वितीया विभक्ति अपि शक्यते वा? कथं ज्ञायते?
Tatra it depends on the usage, like we saw for kulyaha. So if I say chatasraha bhashaha santi, it is prathama. So chatasraha bhashaha vadami, I speak with that or that, then it is dvitiya. So everywhere where there are similar forms, it will depend on how it is used in the sentence.
Astu bhagini, astu, dhanyawad.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you. So we will continue in the next week.